Mason,
Yes.
James Gunn said on who Superman would beat in a fight. 'Cause you know
Okay.
people are constantly talking about it. Some podcasts, not to name names, do episodes entirely around one character versus another character and who would win.
Embarrassing. for them.
Slop.
Absolutely slop. Yeah.
We should do another one of those, actually.
Yeah,
Well,
we
it's
should
been a
soon,
while.
I think. Yeah.
Our
sloppiest ever.
He said, I wanted Superman to be vulnerable. I see the things online. Who would beat whom? Homelander or Superman or fucking whatever? Superman would beat Homelander.
Yeah, it's not even a question. He's only the strongest guy in that universe.
Yeah. Adam Warlock or Brightburn. And I'm like, this is the fucking stupidest fucking conversation. Like, so
I mean, Brightburn.
Brightburn would beat Adam Warlock?
He'd beat MCU Adam Warlock.
Yeah.
He wouldn't
that's
beat
probably
comic
true.
book Adam Warlock.
Yeah. Like, so whoever would win this fight means that they're the best because I'll just go out and write God-Man who can destroy you with a wink. And I win. I mean, all the fights forever.
I'm pretty sure James Gunn, you would be sued because there's already a God-Man.
Oh, there you go. And also, we're creating a whole universe now. So what's a girl with wings going to do in the face of... but I didn't want Superman who could punch planets. And also, we're creating a whole new universe now. So what's a girl with wings going to do in the face of that? I think Superman's going to, if this goes for a decade or so, I think he's going to get more powerful.
Yeah, probably.
As he goes. So he's a little less powerful. Guy Gardner's pretty fucking powerful. They're all pretty powerful. Honestly, in talking to people, a lot of people also are like, I like Batman better because he can actually be beat. And I get that.
Did James Gunn do the voice?
I like Batman better.
Sometimes I talk to people, and they go, "Bah, bah."
They do, though, don't
Yeah,
they?
they do, actually, a lot of the time.
So we have a Superman that can be beat. Yeah, it looks like that. And in the trailer, he's certainly, the dog beats him up as well.
That's true.
Which I think is bad.
Yeah.
And that's bad writing.
Every man and his dog beats him up.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, he's definitely, from the trailers, he's definitely a scaled down Superman.
Yeah, and I think that appeals to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's crying and such.
He's crying and such. Not long now. July 11?
July 11.
Some people are seeing it in advance.
Yeah, some people are getting ahead of it.
Right? Not us.
I've been waiting on that email because I might actually go to that one.
Yep.
Yeah. See it in IMAX.
Yeah. The afternoon before.
Yeah. Look at that. Yeah. Look at that big big googly-eyed shot that...
Yeah.
Well, he took that out apparently.
Okay, right.
Yeah,
Coward.
So, I know, I agree.
We want a googly Superman.
I want a googly Superman. And he mentioned this on the decline of Marvel. Executive producer Louis D'Esposito said, they put out too much privately to me. I don't even know if that's really their fault. That wasn't fair. It wasn't right. And it killed them. We have to treat every project as if we're lucky. We don't have the mandate to have a certain amount of movies and TV shows every year. And he said this on Threads later. To be clear,
Yes.
and as is clear in the context of the interview, I didn't say it killed them like they're over, but they were screwed by the situation they had no control over. They're on the other side of that now, which is good.
Interesting.
So there you go.
Okay. Are they on the other side of it, though?
We don't know. We'll find out in like 1 to 2 years
We will,
when stuff comes out. Yeah.
Imagine if Kevin Feige had retired officially at Endgame. It's
Yeah.
like, I'm done.
And then all this would be happening. People would be like, well, that's because
Yeah.
Kevin Feige left.
But now it is happening because Kevin Feige's still there.
He must leave like sometime in
He
the
must
near,
leave.
No, in the near future, right? Like he'd have to step away.
I think I
right?
saw a tweet that said he was leaving after Doomsday, but
Maybe he is.
or Secret Wars, but
I'm going to, maybe.
oh, what if he left at Doomsday and he's like, last one, somebody else's problem.
Yeah, that'd
Secret
be
Wars,
great.
not my problem.
Give a shit.
Unless it makes $1 billion, in which case I did it. I laid the groundwork for 2 decades, if you don't mind.
Which is fine, I guess. I read a thing, I don't know where.
Twitter?
Yeah, probably. Ugh,
Substack?
No, I doubt it was on Twitter.
Might have been on Substack.
Sometimes I go to Twitter
Medium.com.
by accident, like I'll click a link
Yeah.
and it takes me over and I'm like, oh, no, I'm stuck in this. Where apparently they're going back to more ground level TV shows.
Right,
And they're doing the bigger events in the
movies.
which is what they were basically doing before the Disney Plus stuff.
They've done a test run for a few years of not that, and it didn't work. So putting their secret invasions on the television. And
At least that was a good one.
that was a good one. That's
They
true.
did have the most powerful being in the universe, a woman who could change her arms into anybody's arms.
That's true. It's true. Think of all the imagine you had that power in real life. Think about whose arms you could change your arms into.
Yeah.
The Rock.
Yep.
Um,
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yep.
Rosa Parks.
You think?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That would be brave of me.
I think so.
And I'd do it. Because that's how I am.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. James Gunn.
Yeah, well, this is why Rolling Stone. So James Gunn confirmed that Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, based on the comic of the same name, is probably just going to be called Superman. He said...
It's going to be called Superman.
Sorry, Supergirl. God,
James.
amazing. I made a huge error then.
James. And I'm going to let you forget it.
You're going to let me forget
Yeah.
it. I feel like you're going to remind me of it.
No. Let bygones be bygones.
I feel like you're going to clip this and send it to me. That's what I think.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm going to learn how to do that later in the week, and I'm going to clip it and send it to
I
you.
look forward to it. James Gunn said, I'm sick of the superhero title, other name thing. I guess that means if he's doing sequels to things. I guess it'd be like Batman Begins or the Dark Knight style naming of stuff.
Yes.
It's amazing that the Dark Knight wasn't called Batman Begins, the Dark Knight, really, in hindsight. So, yeah, I'm open to this. Maybe the year of maybe the era of colons is over.
I hope not. They do so much for us.
Yeah, I agree. But, maybe they've run their course.
Also, I think enough time has passed that I can say I do not like the Nolan trilogy naming. I think it's bad.
I don't like the last name.
Well, I don't like that it's the Batman Begins, the Dark Knight, then the Dark Knight Rises.
I agree.
I hate it. It's awful. Big mistake.
What should they have called the last one? Batman, how did he get out?
Batman's Big Last Adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did he get out of Gotham with the nuclear bombs?
That's right. We'll never know.
Yeah.
I'll never tell you.
Yeah. No, I remember hearing the Dark Knight Rises and going, really? Yeah. Even Batman Begins Rises, I think, is a good title.
Is the mistake calling the second one the Dark Knight? I think it is.
I don't know if that's a mistake, but I think they went, that's the biggest movie we've ever made.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's our brand now. Because it's called the Dark Knight Trilogy.
Yeah, okay.
You know? Even though the first one's not called the Dark Knight, Batman Begins.
That's true.
Yeah, brackets. A lot of time in the snow. Running around in the woods. You know? Does he run around the woods?
No, I don't think he ever ran around in the woods. That's probably why they didn't call it that.
Yeah,
I don't think at any point he runs around.
I should watch those movies. Don't you reckon?
You should finally watch them.
Man,
yeah,
I will. I think
you've been faking it mostly for decades at this point.
People know. I've had a lot of comments. Yeah. I watched Super/Man, the Christopher Reeve story.
Didn't you watch this already?
I haven't mentioned it here.
Oh.
But yes, I have watched it, Mason.
Interesting.
Of course I watched it already. I didn't come in here not having watched it.
Interesting. I come in here every week not having watched the movie Fountain of Youth, which I'll get to eventually.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. So this is a documentary that chronicles the life of Christopher Reeve and his family. So it starts with his accident and it kind of cuts back to his early acting career, how he got Superman, the highs and lows of that, his family life, the separation he had in like the 80s. And it's also, it's interesting because it paints a very positive picture of him as a man, as a person, and what he did for the character of Superman and what he did for like the community and the research that he pioneered after his accident. But it's also, it talks about, his career decline, like the struggles that he had, like I'm talking like outside of the accident. Typecasting, but also like how he's not a perfect man, like he struggled in terms of being a father at times and all of these different things. I just thought it was a pretty nuanced kind of perspective on him as a person.
It's interesting, the more you learn about Christopher Reeve, the more you like him.
Yeah.
Which is often quite rare.
Because we hated him, didn't we?
We did, it's true. But that's quite rare, I think, especially in terms of like people in Hollywood.
Yeah, absolutely.
The further you scroll down their Wikipedia page, you're like, ooh.
Yeah, and he was friends with Robin Williams.
That's great.
So that's pretty good.
Aren't we all?
So yeah, I thought it was really good and really inspiring and very tragic, obviously.
Yeah.
And yeah.
There you go.
It's well worth a look.
Does it end with his appearance in The Flash?
Actually, it doesn't come up now that I think about it. That would have bummed me out. I would have not liked that.
It's just David Zaslav showing up right at the end and being like, well, his legacy is not ended because, of course, here he is in the...
He got a pay cut this week. I don't know if you saw.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it's a proper one.
Okay,
it means nothing, but, he did. Yeah.
Wow.
Cool. Is that everything we've been reading?
That's everything.
Wow, we read all of those things.
That's so true, isn't it?